Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you one of the most important and classic crochet projects, the granny square. This is the first granny square every beginner should learn, and I'll show you step by step how to make it in both one color and multiple colors. So let's get started. For materials, I recommend any medium weight category 4 yarn, a 5 or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, a yarn needle, and scissors. We will first learn to make it with only one color, so choose any color you like. Let's begin by making a magic circle. To make a magic circle, first hold the yarn end with your left hand like this, then grab the other side of the yarn with your right hand and wrap it around your fingers like this to make an X. Now pick up your hook, pass it through the X, pulling the yarn through, and that's what forms your magic circle. Make a chain 1 and pull tight to secure in place. You can pause here and go back if you didn't get it on your first try. To start the first row, normally we make a chain of 3, but instead we will make a stacked single crochet, which is done by single crocheting on top of another single crochet. Insert your hook into the circle, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over again and pull through 2 loops on your hook. That's your first single crochet. Now insert your hook into this loop right here, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over again and pull through 2 loops on your hook. That is your stacked single crochet, which counts as your first double crochet. Then we'll make 2 more double crochets in the ring. To make a double crochet, yarn over and insert your hook into the ring, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops. Now that's a double crochet. Now repeat it again, and you'll have 3 double crochets. This is the first side of your square. Now a square consists of 4 sides and 4 corners. To make your corner, you must make a chain of 2. Now that's your first side and your first corner. Now to make another side, you must make 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and that's your second side of the square. Now make a chain of 2, and that's your second corner. 3 more double crochets for the third side. 1, 2, 3. That's the third side. 2 more chains for the third corner. Now 3 more double crochets for the fourth side. 1, 2, 3. That's 4 sides. 2 more chains for the fourth corner. And to finish off the first row, make a slip stitch at the top of your stack single crochet. Pull the end of the yarn to close the circle, and that is your first row. And just like a normal square, you have 4 sides and 4 corners. The chain 2 are the corners and the double crochet 3 are your sides. So make sure and check at the end of every row that you always have 4 sides and 4 corners. Now let's move on to row 2. For row 2, we will be working into each of our 4 corners. And now working into the row that's just before us, we will start with a stack single crochet, which counts as the first double crochet to begin this row. Then we'll add 2 more double crochets into that same corner space. 1, 2. And now for the rest of row 2, we're going to skip over and work into all of our corner stitches, making 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets into each of our corner spaces. So skip over into your next corner and make your 3 double crochets, chain of 2, and 3 double crochets again into that same space, repeating it again for your last corner space. And now to finish off your row, into that first space, put in your last 3 double crochets and a chain of 2 and slip stitch into that first stitch to finish off row 2. And now you can see for row 2, we have 2 sets of 3 double crochets on each of our sides, and our chain 2 counts as our 4 corners again. So we have our 4 sides and our 4 corners. So let's go on to row 3, which starts again with a stack single crochet in the corner before us, and 2 more double crochets into that same space. And now we will be working into just that space there between our 3 double crochet at the sides. We're just going to place 3 double crochets into that space. 1, 2, 3. And now for the next space, because it is a 2 chain space, which is a corner, we have to place a 3 double crochets, make another chain of 2 and a 3 double crochets to make not only sides but corner as well. And for the next space, because it is not a chain 2, we just add a 3 double crochet. So that's the pattern for row 3. Into every chain 2 corner space, make a 3 double crochet, chain 2 and a 3 double crochet into that same space, and into every other space with no chain 2, you just make a double crochet 3 into that space, all the way around until you reach back at that first corner space. And when you reach back around at the beginning, place your last 3 double crochet into that space with a chain of 2, finishing the row with a slip stitch in that first double crochet. And that's row 3, which also has 4 sides and 4 corners. And now for row 4 and for all our other rows, it's just going to be a repeat of what we did before, starting with the single crochet stacked for our first double crochet, then 2 more double crochets into that same space, and from now on it's just a repeat of 3 double crochets into every side space, no chain 2, and in every corner you do a 3 double crochet, a chain 2, and a 3 double crochet again. So that's 3 double crochet into every side space, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet again into every corner space. Remember that the corner space is the chain 2 from the previous row. And when you meet back at your first corner, you do your last double crochet 3, chain 2, and slip stitch into your first double crochet to end the row. So that's how you crochet a classic granny square in one color. The very last thing for you to do now is to chain 1 and cut the yarn and weave in your ends. And that's it, your crochet classic granny square done in one color. Now let's move on to making it in multicolor. So basically we're just going to be repeating everything we just did. We're just going to be changing colors for every row. So with your first color, just like before, we start by making a magic circle, chain 1 and pull tight to secure. And now, as usual, we begin the row with a stacked single crochet, which counts as our first double crochet, and we add our extra 2 double crochet to begin our first sides. Now chain 2 to make your first corner, then you make more 3 double crochets and a chain 2 until you have 4 sides and 4 corners. Pull the yarn end to close the circle tight and slip stitch in your first double crochet to finish the first row. And now, before we continue, let's cut off this color to move on to the other row. You can if you want to, but just before going on to another row, I'm just going to weave in those ends. But you can always leave them for later on when we finish making our granny square. And now to continue to row 2, we take our new color and make a slip knot with it. Insert our hook into the loop, and to start row 2, working into our corner, you can start into any corner you like. We are going to go straight into making our 3 double crochets. So you see, you do not have to make the stack single crochet when you are changing colors. You can just go straight into making your double crochet. Then chain 2 and make another 3 double crochet into that same corner. So for row 2, just like before, you're just going to make 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochet again into the same corner, into all of your 4 corners to make the second row. Then you're just going to cut the yarn again to change color for your row 3. For row 3, starting again with a slip knot with your new color, insert your hook into the loop, and now you can start working into any corner you like and go straight into making your 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochet into that first corner. And into the next side space, you'll just place a 3 double crochet. Then repeat the same pattern again for your corner and all your side spaces until you reach back at the beginning with a slip stitch in the first double crochet. Cutting the yarn off to change color for the last row. So just like before, make a slip knot with your another color and insert the hook into the loop. And just like before, start again in a corner space with your 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the same corner space. Then make 3 double crochets into all your side spaces, repeating around with your 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets in your corner and 3 double crochets in your side space until you reach back at the beginning again and slip stitch in that first double crochet. Cutting off the yarn to finish this last row and weave in the ends of your last row, and if you have to, weave in all the ends of your other rows if you didn't do it before. And that's it. You've just made your very first classic granny square. Practice a few more squares and you'll be ready to join them into scarves, bags, and so much more. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more beginner-friendly crochet tutorials. Thanks for watching and happy crocheting. See you again next week for a new tutorial.